And so one day we're flying over occupied France, and we saw a whole bunch of airplanes. And we took after them. And when they got down to 17,000 feet, the flight leader broke off the flight, and he went back up. But I couldn't see that. This was a German plane right in front of us. And so I put the nose of the plane down at a full throttle, and the plane got up to like 600 miles an hour, 700 miles an hour. It's scary because when it reaches that speed, you can't control it. You can't do anything with the stick or the controls. And so I'm chasing this German, and I'm going in this crazy airplane that's out of control. But I saw him fly across my gun sights, so I pressed the trigger and popped off what I thought would be a small shot at him. Instead, the guns locked up, and they fired every round I had. They wouldn't stop shooting, and I since I couldn't control the airplane, all this ammunition was expended on the air. Well, we got down below 10,000 feet. That's when I regained control of the airplane. And I found him headed for the city. And when he got to the city, he started around this church steeple. And I was behind him, and so I followed him around. And of course, I remembered what they had said in the United States, that this plane was, Focke-Wulf was more maneuverable than our plane. But he was gaining on me as we went around, so I started using the landing flaps to increase my turning radius. I'd never done it before, but I figured this is the right time to try it. So he's drawing wingtip streamers, I'm drawing wingtip streamers, and I'm using a landing flap, and I'm going around and around. I had a wingman who followed me down, and first thing I know, he's cutting across this circle this guy and I are making, and I guess he passed within 30 feet of the top of my plane. He scared me to death. But then he disappeared, and I figured this plane, I wanted to get away from this German. I figured the German probably had had enough of me, and so I broke out of this turning circle, and I pulled up, and the German took off for his home base. So that was the end of my experience with him. So my wingman and I started back, a couple thousand feet in the air, and we're all alone over occupied France. It was kind of scary being alone, but we didn't meet anybody. We got home safely.